Alright guys, here's the sword I was telling you about. It looks like maybe somebody cleaned the tang, but it's hard to say. I mean, it looks really old, but it just looks like somebody kind of cleaned it. Possibly. And I don't know if that's a blood stain or maybe some lacquer stain on the handle there. If you zoom out though, you can see it's a really pretty blade. This is fit very snug and it looks really old. Give you a spin look of it. And then we can check this blade out with this light on it. You can see the micro folds in the blade if I rotate it. Alright. Just getting it good on camera there finally. I've been trying to send pictures of this to a forum to get it appraised, and I just can't get good photos of it. It just turns into like a silver look. But as you can see right there in that little, see how the light's rolling on that, where you can see the hamon? And this sword's been used, maybe polished a couple times, who knows. You can really get a good look of it there. It looks ancient old. I mean, I'm not an expert, but yeah, you can see how it goes down to there. Alright, and I'm not sure if these parts I have are original to it, because I bought it. There's the tip. I was asked to show the tip. Let's look at the spine. The spine comes to a nice pretty edge, and it is so consistent. Look how that's just perfect coming on down. And you can see the little folds in the middle where they folded it 10,000 times or whatever they say. Alright. I think it just needs a good polish job. The guys are saying it's possibly fake because of how clean the tang is, but I haven't gotten a translation yet. Alright. There's the tang. Everything you need to see there. One more look at the blade real quick. Just real fast. And here's a pile of parts that it came with, alright? This looks like it's probably somebody tried making one, I don't know. One of these looks like it could possibly go on here, and I've seen other examples where, let's see, where it does go here, alright? And the leather overlaps it and comes on up to here. But this thing is so old and chewed up, it actually wore through that, and that part is missing. And underneath it, gosh, you can just tell how old this is. Let's see. Let me try to get some light on it. You can see the residue of old tape on there, but that's black lacquer paint, and that is actually wood. I think it's bamboo actually. All right, that goes over that. I'll rotate it, and you can tell that somebody really spent some time making this, because when you sheath this, there's zero rattle. I mean, it's totally just stealth mode. So there's gouge there too. Let me give the whole look all the way down. Looks like somebody nicked it with a sword at one point. There's the cap on the end. And you just see all the layers of paint flaking and all that sort of thing. Alright, now here's the parts. Alright. I don't think one of these may be original to that. I gotta look and see, but not both. And if it is one, it's probably going to be this darker one, because that kind of matches the patina of the gear so far. This Tsuba, I think that's what it's called, is the Tsuba. You can look and just tell that's pretty old. It's got some knit and grit all down up in it. There's the other side. Alright. This looks like the little thing that I see on the end of some swords, where they attach the cloth thingy to, and it seems to match, and it kind of looks like it's made out of gold. It don't have that look of copper, and it's quite hefty. I want to say it's at least gold plated, because you can see in some areas where the gold plating. I don't know, this is a high wear item, and even on the hinge areas where it's worn from swinging over the years and stuff, it hasn't shown an inner metal. So whatever it is made out of, I'm gonna have to go get it tested. Whatever it is made out of is through and through, and it's got a two hands holding as the decoration. There you can see that. Alright, these pieces, they look fairly new. I'm not sure if they're original, but one or two does have a little oxidation on it. Like maybe it's a little old. You can kind of see it there. And there again. I'm not quite sure how this puts together and everything. Now these came, and they do attach to this nicely. Like somebody adjusted to put them on. So I'm gonna put it together when I sit this down for a second. But here, these, they're solid. And there's no indication of any paint or anything on them. It seems like they somehow used two different color metals somehow to make it, but it's really pretty. And it's actually heavy. There's no cast lines on it. It all looks like it's very well made. This ain't no Chinesium type deal, you know. See the top edge. There's all around it. Alright, there's that piece. This is kind of chewed up. That goes on there. And the reason why I think that these two pieces here might not be original is because I do see a stamp of 27 on this. And I've seen somewhere, read somewhere that when they was doing the NCO swords, they would number on to where they can keep all the parts together for where they was fitted, what they was fitted to hold on to. Well, fitted to go onto on the sword. But I think this matches it kind of well. I think it goes to that. Alright. This came in the bag of the random stuff. I could tell it's really old, but I don't think it goes on here. He had some Civil War swords and stuff, and I think that might be what that goes to. Because this right here is just steel. You could tell it's really old, but it's iron. I don't think it goes to this, but we'll see. I might have to give that back to the owner of the store. Alright, that should be all the parts. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to put everything together real quick and show everybody what it looks like when all put together. Alright, see here. And I'm just guessing at how these spacer deals go on here. And I'm also guessing at which side of the Tsuba, which side points up. So, 1 minute, hang in there. Just a second. I am not an expert at these things.